And you know how I roll. Like you just start shooting, and I'll go with it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you're talking to here, Tom.
You got it.
So just so we're all clear, Sevilla sucks now.
What?
Sevilla sucks now.
They're not. They're not the best. Hey, save it for the pod. Jeez. All right.
He's
We're-
already brought out the
We
shit
all ready
talk.
here? 3, 2, 1, going live. And we now welcome on. Oh, let's.
Dude, you got to relax with that stuff. See, you're always talking loud.
All right.
It's all right, dude. It's not criticism. It's just,
All right. Ready?
yeah, no, I always phrase it like criticism, so he gets upset. All right, yeah, shoot.
Oh, there we go, set.
You did seem a little sad for a second, man.
All right. All right. I'll work on that. I'll work on me. Get in this beauty.
Yeah, I was gonna say I gotta.
It's kind of. If we move this over a little bit,
I don't
I'm
even
scared
know.
to.
Yeah, no,
'Cause,
we're
like,
gonna unplug it again. It's a whole process. I think.
Now they're talking about how to help Kevin not unplug the computer.
Yeah, fuck it, just talk.
all right, we're going live. We're going live, big deal. In 3, 2, 1, and we now welcome on recurring guest Tom Hindle. The fans,
Yeah.
the listeners, have called for the return of Tom, and he has answered.
Hello.
He answered, and he's back, and he's excited to be here,
As always.
and as are we, right, though?
Oh, as always, Kev.
As always, of course. And guys, let's get right into it. We got some Champions League action this week. Dylan, overall thoughts on what occurred?
I mean, I thought it was a pretty normal week. I mean, there was a couple surprise results. Barcelona only getting a draw, stuff like that. But I don't know. I thought it was straightforward week, except for Tottenham kicked Real Madrid's ass.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
That was so.
Yeah, there's no,
We'll get
there's.
into that in a couple minutes, but yeah, it was crazy.
It wasn't as crazy as I mean, I don't think it's as crazy as you guys think. I think Tottenham are one of the best teams on the planet, and I think Madrid are on a skid right now. And if there's a team that could beat them, it's Tottenham.
It's very true. Tom, your thoughts?
No, I think I'd have to agree with Dylan though. Pretty standard. The Tottenham Real one, obviously we're talking a bit, but that was a lot of fun. I mean, I'm always going to be happy with a 3-0 Liverpool win. But otherwise, I think everything went, other than that Barcelona Olympiacos game, as expected. You can't really point to a single result that was a massive surprise other than that.
Yeah, I mean, Barca, they're not in too deep of trouble here. They're top of the group and 10 points, three points ahead of Juventus.
Lucky
But-
that Juventus have been absolute shit recently.
Yeah, it's been pretty wild.
Yeah, I tried explaining that to, certain people, and they don't agree. But I don't know. I read an article a couple weeks ago that was talking about how it's crazy that all the Premier League teams are doing well in the Champions League finally, and you know who wasn't happy with that article and cited Barcelona and Juventus as in Barcelona and La Liga are still top dogs, still best. But I think the reign is going to start slipping a little bit. I think they're going to start losing their footing.
Who, Juventus or
La Liga and Champions League.
I think you could say that.
Yeah, I mean, after like a bunch of years of getting like 3 teams to the semifinals, it seems
Correct. It's like I think it's just going to be a cyclical thing.
Yeah,
we did forget
Always
about
is.
something, guys. Chelsea.
yeah, they got blocked. Wow,
Chelsea 0, Roma 3.
Roma.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that game.
I mean, normally I would keep this in my memory for such a long time that I'd never let any other Chelsea fan forget about it. But
It happened.
it happened.
Hey,
They-
Dylan is El Shawari. He's back, right? He's back.
Yeah, he's been doing well for a couple years now. I thought that was a really good buy when they purchased him, and looking at the table, that group is kind of actually funny. That gives Atletico like slight hope.
It does actually.
Yeah,
It'd be
I think
funny to see Chelsea in the Europa League.
it would be hilarious.
that would be the most. Oh, just Chelsea playing on Thursday nights. That would make me so happy.
I know. It kind of reminds me of Arsenal.
rather them come down to Europa League than Atletico Madrid.
You would rather Chelsea come down to Europa League?
Yeah,
No, no. Between Chelsea and Atletico Madrid
Arsenal's
right
a lot
now.
better against Chelsea than the other top teams in England.
All right,
That's for
so
sure.
so maybe yeah. Okay.
We
That's
should-
fair. I
Arsenal
just
should
don't
have beat them
think.
this year, but the 0-0 draw was, I think, unfair.
Yeah, it was an odd game that.
Yeah, it was. But Atletico haven't even won in Champions League. Like they can't even beat Karabag.
Draws, yeah.
It's really strange, isn't it, to see them because they're still rock solid defensively. Like if you look. At the
Yeah,
players that-
it's just like they forgot how to beat teams, but they still can't really be beaten.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, really. And hey, let's go. I kind of want to go. We got 2 games left in the Champions League. Each team has played 4 games each,
Yeah.
and we're gonna start from the bottom up, Dylan. So let's go to the last group of the table here. Was it Group G? Or whatever?
H.
Group H, the group of death. Tottenham, Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, and Apoel. Before we get our quick thoughts on all these teams, Tom, I'm gonna ask you to get other Tom, big Spurs fan. He's gonna come in here.
And talk about Tottenham.
Yeah, he's gonna give his thoughts on what a game for Tottenham. Yeah, they really did Real Madrid early. They did them dirty.
Yeah, what? Yeah. I mean, they did. I can't believe it.
It's pretty crazy. Here, bring a chair in. Stay a while. There we go. Now we're talking.
Are we talking?
We're gonna position the mic a little bit, get everyone involved, and now we have on, ladies and gents, for all you listeners, Thomas Mason, the one and only. Thomas, come introduce yourself.
Hi, Thomas, sophomore.
He's a big Spurs fan. And Thomas, what were your thoughts on the Tottenham Real Madrid game?
I don't know. Well, if you look at the stat line, you'd be shocked that we won. They controlled.
Oh, yeah.
They controlled possession. They had twice the amount of shots. But I would probably say we won because of our defense. We play a solid, usually a 5-3-2, 5-3-1, something along those lines. And I would say that's where we won. I'd say Vertonghen was the key to our game, at least in the back. Hugo played well until he got injured. But other than that, just we were clinical on the counters, and that's pretty much how we won.
And Ronaldo was invisible for 90 minutes.
Pretty much. He
kind of was.
He had a couple shots, and he finished a goal, but the goal meant nothing.
Okay.
Meant
Tap
nothing.
it.
But,
He had a couple of awful shots. His shot selection is so poor. It's unreal. He was invisible for 90 minutes, and I think Zidane needs to sit him down and say, if you really want to be the best player in the world, you got to be the best player in the world, and he's got to get out of this slump because it's like it's been all year.
Gives a shit about what Zidane has to say.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
what we were all failing to mention what Ryan, our good friend Dylan, mentioned to us last night is, Thomas, some of these goals that the Spurs scored weren't the best.
They
An
weren't the
offsides
prettiest.
goal,
Offsides on the
Trippier.
first one. The second goal was
Second one,
was a fluke
deflection.
off Ramos, and then the third goal was just off a counter. So, but I wouldn't say we score beautiful goals, anyways.
no, I think
Deflection
Tottenham scores
goes in.
beautiful goals.
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Ali can score.
Okay,
Let's
let's
go
be honest though. You're playing Real Madrid in the Champions League.
I'll take a
I wouldn't give a crap whether
Yeah.
it goes in. On
Yeah.
foot,
Well,
head,
that's
or
that's
arm.
not the argument I'm
You take
making.
the
I'm
win.
making Real Madrid wasn't dominated at all, like Dylan said. Dylan said, "Hey, Spurs are like one of the best teams in the world." I'm not sure they're there yet, Thomas.
I wouldn't say we are. I would say if you can't beat West Ham with backups in whatever the fuck they call that new cup. So
The Carling Cup or something.
No, it's not the Carling. It's
The Carabao.
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 Cowbell.
Like we don't have we least offensively. Like Llorente is our only thing going forward. Sissoko had to come off the bench, and he never works well, except when he plays with Aurea. But
He's a workhorse.
I guess,
runs.
but
He runs.
he'll take these shots out of the box and just totally waste possessions.
That's true. He's
so
ambitious with his shot.
I think he wins award for most reasonable Tottenham fan I've ever met. What about this team doesn't scream top European team to you guys? I don't understand. What about them? How? What do they need to do to be considered one of the best? I don't understand what you're missing. They've been the best team in the Premier League for the past 3 seasons.
I think
What's that?
as they happen. If as a Spurs fan, I feel like I have to be cautiously optimistic. We have not won a trophy. We've come in second and third place, really, 2 years ago.
Yeah, but haven't they accumulated more points over that time than anyone else?
Years we've accumulated more points than anyone else in the Premier League, but we haven't been able to do it on all platforms.
No, I'm saying this is your year, though.
This is our year.
This is the turning point, and this is it.
We have to pick up some points in Premier League, but that's about it at this point.
It's still early days in Premier League.
Yeah, well, obviously, but Champions League last year was abysmal, and now we might win the group. So
You will win the group.
unless somehow we lose to Applewell, which would be
That would be impressive.
well, considering Dortmund's tied Applewell twice now, so anything's possible at this point.
Dortmund's a
Yeah,
special-
Dortmund.
I don't understand how Dortmund does that.
Also, Thomas, something worrisome for me, and I know for you, that may prevent them from being the best this year, as Dylan says. An injury to Toby Alderweireld.
Yeah, he should probably be out a month. Well, that's consistent with what's happened the last couple of years. Last year we lost for Tongan for about a month and a half.
That hurt you.
That hurt us big time because he's literally our rock in the back.
He's class.
He's classy.
Hugo Lloris should be
Great
out about a
guy.
week or two. I think Vorm can play against Palace, no problem.
I totally forgot Vorm was on that team. Michel Vorm, what a guy.
Solid backup, you know.
He's a solid backup.
Our big thing is if we can score goals.
And
Harry
the
Kane
biggest
up front,
play,
no worries.
Harry Kane's still on there, but
He's the only.
can you
hamstring
settle
right
this?
now. What?
Can you settle this? Me and Dylan disagree. Who's the best player on top? Dylan's either Harry Kane all the way, and maybe a little bit leaning towards Alley. Now I'm all in on Erickson. Who you got? If you take one player off that team and they're not the same, who you gonna take off?
I'd say Erickson. If you took him off the team, we wouldn't be as good. But overall, Kane is a better player.
Wow.
If that makes sense.
Harry Kane's your
I mean, that
talisman
makes
and your
sense.
goal scorer.
What's
He's our
that?
Yeah.
goal scorer.
He's
But-
your
Say that
goal
again,
scorer.
Tom.
He's your talisman and your goal scorer.
But who's giving him those
Okay,
chances?
right. We need to look at the numbers breakdown here. But at the end of the day, Harry Kane sticks them in the net.
He's just clinical.
Yeah, Kev. Harry Kane is an unreal talent, and you just need to accept that.
With a
He's
massive
pretty
chin.
ugly
He's got a massive chin.
and a big forehead.
he's,
Kinda looks
he's
like
got
my
a
roommate.
he's got a bit of a disproportionate face.
Am I-
Doesn't work out.
Oh. I know you were Ben Warko, what the sports writer? We're gonna send a tweet out to promote this podcast. He kind of looks like Harry Kane. It's pretty funny actually.
Yeah, we
now-
got
now that
stopped
you say it.
once. We were in class with Joe Malfa, and he stopped. And some guy comes up to us trying to get us to go to a Bible study, and we said we're doing work. And I'm wearing a Tottenham shirt. He looks at Ben and says, "Hey, you know your friend looks like Harry Kane." It was so funny.
Yo, Kev.
Yeah.
Remember when Harry Kane was on Arsenal?
I don't, because I don't think.
If you were following U9 soccer, you might have figured that one out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I missed that one. So
Yeah.
did Arsenal.
Apparently, yeah.
I also missed Erickson. Erickson was like, "Hey, I want to leave Ajax," and that was a prime opportunity for
We get all
Arsene
the
Wenger.
we
to
get
be
all the
shrewd.
players from Ajax.
They've also missed every Champions League trophy that's ever been made.
Who are you talking about? What?
Arsenal, huh? What?
Tom, your thoughts?
On this group,
Yeah.
Tottenham are playing very, very well. Real Madrid aren't living up to their potential. I don't know what the hell has happened to Dortmund. because they should be. I mean,
They
sure,
are
you lose.
dealing with injuries, but
Yeah.
that shouldn't mean you should be drawing against Aquel at home.
True. I think away points in the Champions League are always hard to come by, but especially with Borussia Dortmund, with the talent they have and how scary it is to play at their stadium, you should be picking up
That's
wins
true.
at home.
That's a good point.
You should be picking up wins at home. Look, they are not as good as they were last year, and they are not a group winning team. But you would have thought if you look at that group, they could really push for second, but it's just not worked out for them.
It's absolutely true.
And
And I think the case for that is how good Tottenham's been and how well Real Madrid's
Real
not
Madrid's
fallen
gonna be
off
Real
too
Madrid.
too much, but
Also, I think what's hurt Borussia Dortmund in Champions League is also that just the Bundesliga has gotten better. So they are consistently having to play their top talents against all the teams in the Bundesliga instead of
Right.
just holding them off just to play
right, you
Bayern.
you can't take Aubameyang off after 60 minutes anymore.
No, because they'll lose. Like they've been, I don't know what the record is in Bundesliga, but it's not
You gotta,
nearly there as what they should be.
I think it's better than what they're doing in Champions League.
But
But
that's not saying much. They have 2 points.
exactly, and Bundesliga, the quality of that increasing, that's gone like undercover a little bit.
Oh, 100%. Bundesliga is very competitive.
It's getting
Yeah.
getting there.
Not a lot of coverage has gone
They have,
to
well,
Bundesliga.
they have
being-
Fox now. FS1 covers their games now, which is helping in the American audience.
Right. So the problem with Bundesliga, as far as like from a global marketing standpoint, is just how kind of nationalistic, at least in my
Yeah.
opinion, the kind of the ownership of the league and of the clubs themselves.
They want to stay isolated. They don't want to
They
do
are,
Right.
anything outside.
They are very happily German.
Yes.
Exactly. It's very parochial. It's very, it's kind of centered around grassroots football, and they actually hate. This is the
So good though.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
That's why
Uh,
their national
They
team
they
is so
trade
good.
they trade dominance in league play for
Yeah.
national team dominance.
Yeah, what a trade off. Now that you say it,
We should do that in the MLS.
but it's crazy how much because MLS like craves parity, and Bundesliga is kind of like content with Bayern Munich winning the league each year.
right, but the competitiveness between the rest of the teams in the league is kind of insane.
Oh,
Like Hoffenheim went from finishing fifth to almost getting relegated.
Red Bulls. Either Red Bulls.
Wolfsburg were awful last year.
No, they're decent.
Yeah,
And then Leipzig, Naby Keita, love him.
coming to Liverpool.
Coming to
That's for sure.
Liverpool.
You know how I be.
Red cards.
But
Yeah,
quickly, guys,
People that they're overreacting about that.
before we let Thomas go, let's get our quick everyone's opinion. Who finished top of the group? We'll start with Tom here. Tom Hindle.
I'm gonna go with my English bias, but Tottenham.
Spurs go top.
Spurs go top.
Do Spurs keep
I
it?
say Spurs tie in points, but they go top on goal difference.
That's a shrewd choice indeed. Dylan.
Yeah, just it wouldn't be goal difference. They would go top on head to head because in Champions League head to head comes first. But yeah,
Whatever, you know what I meant.
Boo.
hey, rules clarification is very important.
Yeah, no fake news on this podcast.
Yeah, all right. But yeah, Tottenham. It's no way it's gonna be Madrid. Just no way. They're not good enough. They're
Losing and Zidane gets fired. Cristiano Ronaldo ends up in the MLS next year. Slippery slope.
Unless we draw
As simple as
both,
that.
unless we draw both Dortmund and Apoel, that's the only way.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Spurs top of the group, but I don't think Real Madrid cares too much. They're gonna get it together. I think I'm not too worried about them. Thomas.
I wouldn't be simply because I'd say the leaders of other groups haven't been as dominant. They are easily beatable.
Exactly.
Like if you draw Liverpool, nothing screams, no offense,
Ooh,
dominant.
let's hear the response. Two Liverpool fans here.
To be honest, like Maribor is not a team that we should be celebrating victories.
Exactly.
Does not matter.
But 7-0 on
Does
aggregate,
not
Thomas.
Matter, does not matter.
10-0 on aggregate.
Full strength. Full strength. We have the best attack in Europe when you're at full strength.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
sorry.
When is every team at full strength?
Will we give it time? Give it time. Give it time. Look,
Dylan, your thoughts?
it's definitely something I say to myself. I don't fully believe it that we have the best attack in Europe, but also, yeah, I mean, Liverpool's going to win that group.
I think every English team is probably going to win their group at this rate.
Chelsea.
Well, Chelsea, yeah.
Chelsea Roma's close.
Yeah.
Chelsea have a shot. I think they'll pull
Yeah.
it out.
I hope Chelsea do, just so I can tell all the La Liga boosters that their time is over and that the Premier League has come.
Dylan is a big EPL booster, that's for sure.
Love it.
He's big on the Englishman. But hey, guys, let's give a round of applause for Thomas Mason coming on the show. Woo! Thank you for your in-depth analysis. We treasure it greatly, and thank you very much, Thomas.
I'll be back.
Yes, you will indeed. There was Thomas and Thomas inside the booth, guys. Dylan, how's that segment?
I mean, it was good, I guess. I don't like Tottenham that much, so
Yeah,
Man.
who does? I fucking hate Tottenham.
Jesus Christ.
How can you sit in a room with that man as an Arsenal fan? Just sort of, it's a confined space as well.
As a person who needs to get all sides of the story,
Yeah.
I need to get him in, you know?
Okay, I feel you.
Also, he's a good guy.
Okay. Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Wow.
We're just gonna go in reverse order here now, Dylan. Group G. Besiktas, FC Porto, Leipzig, and Monaco in last place. That's
Yeah,
really
so-
something that pops out to me.
Well, no, I think
So, well,
I'm surprised it's not almost inverted.
It
Uh,
should be inverted.
well, no,
Right.
Leipzig should be last.
No.
Besiktas third. Porto second. Monaco
Monaco
first.
should run away with that group.
Yeah, but they have
There's no yeah.
my boy
I'm-
Rory Tielemans.
I'm really disappointed with Monaco. But yeah, there's nothing too interesting in that group. And Group F, we have City, Shakhtar, Napoli, and Feyenoord. Napoli are done.
Yeah. can we
And
talk about Napoli,
it's-
please?
It's unbelievable. They're literally one of the best teams in Europe.
They were what the hell? The start of the Italian season, didn't they kick the shit out of Juventus?
They did. I believe.
They're so good. Napoli's attack is unreal.
It's unbelievable.
It's just
And
two
they've got my boy
completely
Pepe
different
Reina in goal
competitions,
as
too.
well.
What'd you say?
My boy Pepe Reina's still between the sticks, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Love him. Anyway, but the point is that I was talking to a friend and he said, turn that Liverpool Maribor shit off. Of course, I said no, and he said like City Napoli because Napoli's one of the best teams in Europe at the moment. And then I hit him with the group standings, and he said, "Oh,
Now, guys,
Nah.
can we talk about how good City have been? We're talking about this later on our
No.
League predictions, but
No,
Kevin De Bruyne, best player in the league.
best
No.
player right now." I said this last time.
We did, and it stays true. His
It stays
assist
true.
king is just unreal, and he's also another ugly player.
Look, I mean, maybe there's a lot of bias to me because I was always a centre mid, and still am a centre mid.
The
But
playmaker, top middle.
Since De Bruyne has dropped a little bit deeper, he puts in a shift at centre mid. The dude runs, he makes tackles, he makes interceptions, and he's just 5 steps ahead of everyone else.
His through balls are just insane.
His through balls are godly,
Have you
both
seen-
on FIFA and in real life.
When he passes it to Leroy Sané, it's
The
a goal
pace
every
and
time.
a little cross to Jesus.
his crossing is insane.
It's kind of unreal how like pinpoint he is with every single one.
You know you are a very good midfielder when you make sure that Raheem Sterling is the top scorer on your team.
That's very true because he is very bad at finishing.
He is a terrible
As
finisher.
you two Liverpool fans would know.
Yes, we do. A glorious half season of Raheem Sterling at centre forward.
Definitely getting a lot easier chances now. But
Traitor.
Liverpool, his old team, top of the group. Dylan, Sevilla, you said suck. What's your beef with them?
My beef with them is that they're from La Liga and everyone says they're the best and they're not. They got wrecked by Spartak Moscow. It's just kind of inexcusable, but it's also inexcusable that Liverpool couldn't close out either of their games against Sevilla or Spartak Moscow themselves. And they need to. This back end fixtures versus those two, they need to pick up 3 points from each.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, ideally you pick up 3 from both. You'll live if you just pick up 3 from one and draw another. But to be
Yeah, you'll live with 4, but 6 would be,
6,
of course, ideal.
6 would be lovely. But no, I think I think Liverpool. I'm happy with the way we played. I just think it would have been so us to go to fucking Maribor and only get 1 point, or somehow lose to them at home. But 2 convincing wins, and cautiously optimistic. Feeling a bit of European magic maybe again. We'll see what happens. Keep getting
Ooh.
the wins.
Little Euro magic, love it. Yeah, I was pretty surprised Sevilla got crushed. I'm a big La Liga believer, and I don't think Sevilla, they're not cut out for two big competitions with La Liga and Champions League. They're a great Europa League
deep enough.
side. They're a great Europa League
As
side.
as us Liverpool fans know.
But hey, moving on to Group D, guys. Barca, Juventus. We touched on this earlier. Sporting Lisbon and Olympiacos at last. Um, I think it's
Not,
ugly. This
yeah, nothing to write home about there.
absolutely not. Moving on.
Other than shout out Olympiacos.
Yeah, way to get the draw. You know,
way to get the draw. Honestly.
way to keep your home court,
Yeah.
as they say. But Roma, big story in Group C. Pretty crazy. To
It's
me.
so fun
I didn't
to
expect
watch
this.
Chelsea lose.
No, I love it.
Oh.
Dylan, I love it.
I love it so much, especially just watching the highlights on that is just so. It warms my heart, you know.
You know, Alvaro Morata hasn't been the same. He hasn't scored all of October. Neither has Romelu Lukaku, mind you.
Oh, true.
And
Two
these
big
two
signings.
strikers have been pretty bad last couple weeks.
Yeah. It's
Lukaku, he's playing well, but Morata, Lukaku played well, hasn't scored. Morata not playing well, and misses a lot of easy chances.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a little rut for both of those strikers. They're still some of the best in the Premier League, but
Oh yeah,
I think it's just speaks to what kind of a bit of a crazy October it was in the Prem. To be honest,
spooky.
it was truly a spooky month.
Yeah.
Truly a spooky month because United. Okay, we can get into this later, but at the end of the day, your two of your like 5 biggest signings of the summer aren't scoring goals, and it's weird. It's really weird.
Yeah, and it's even weirder to me that Atletico Madrid's third and Roma's first in Group C. For me, at least. Dylan, did you see Roma playing this well in Group C?
I didn't. I thought Roma were the odd one out of Chelsea and Madrid.
But
So it's cool to see them, you know, sticking it out. And I think it's more of a downfall of Atletico Madrid combined with good games against Chelsea that Roma has gotten to where they are. I don't think they're going to do well past this point.
I was going to ask you that. Do you think it's just like temporary playing with confidence, maybe snag an away draw?
Yeah, maybe they snag a quarterfinal berth, but after that, I don't think. I really don't see them going past the round of 16.
But that'd be a successful campaign for them.
Oh, 100%. I'm just saying, like, as far as like, should they get excited about the future? I don't think so.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Everyone calm down.
You know who is getting excited about the future, Tom?
I'm guessing you're going to tell me it's someone towards the top of Group D.
B.
B.
PSG.
PSG.
Close.
On fire.
We're going in reverse order here, Englishman.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, I kind of, not so much that I saw this coming, but I kind of saw this coming.
No, you didn't.
Like, no, in terms of this group, the turnout of it, PSG, Bayern, Celtic, and Anderlecht, it's a pretty predictable group in my opinion.
No, that's fair, but I didn't think First of all, PSG in general this season didn't think they would click this quickly.
Oh, we both talked about this in a couple pods ago, I think.
Right. They literally haven't been scored on by anybody in Champions League yet. That's insane.
Unreal.
That's unreal.
It's fun to watch. They're just good fun to watch, aren't they? Because they're young, they're pacey.
They're pacey.
They play like they really, really want to win, and they look like they're having fun. And that's the thing with Neymar, right? I feel like a lot of people are love-hate with Neymar because he plays with a lot of passion, a lot of emotion, whether that means throwing himself on the ground or
a lot of flair.
But him with Mbappe up there, they're having a laugh while they're sticking balls in the net.
Also, Ivan, who's playing on the left wing?
Consistently?
Yeah,
Well, isn't it Neymar, Mbappe, and Cavani?
it is. So is Mbappe playing on the right, Dylan?
They switch though, don't they? They do
Yeah,
this
Yeah.
they're
fluid
interchangeable,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, they do this fluid shit.
Big Guardiola tactic that from the Barca tiki taka days.
True.
So
Well, everyone's doing it now as well. That's just the influence of Guardiola, though.
yeah, he's a
Think about that.
genius.
He is a genius, that man.
He's great. He's great. But Bayern, I don't know if I want to override them or like say bye to their heyday yet, but they're not like a scary team.
They are. They're always going to be Bayern. They're always going to make it to the quarterfinal, but they're not winning it this year.
Yeah, do they scare you at all, Dylan?
Not currently. There's too much turmoil in that dressing room, and those CEOs and executives over at Bayern have always been divas with some weird agendas. I don't know. Their whole like Hollywood reality TV show shit they got going on over there. I hate it. So
Yeah, it certainly doesn't help.
Not how you win Champions Leagues.
yeah,
Not at all.
when they literally couldn't win a game in their own new stadium, they got lucky to play a Champions League final at home. Like, come on, dude.
Come on, Tom.
Yeah, come on. What are they doing? It's all my fault. I'll just go ahead and move.
Don't do that. Group A. We gotta talk about Group A.
Man United, ergo I do not care.
Yeah. Dylan, any thoughts? Like Benfica last.
Man United, ergo, I do not care.
There we go. And that wraps up our Champions League talk. Pretty crazy there. Pretty crazy happenings. Any major takeaways from you, Tom?
No, I think I mean the Liverpool fan in me wants to be a bit excited, but just watching and following and watching highlights and just trying to watch see as much of it as possible. PSG, they're terrifying. They absolutely terrify me.
Yeah.
And like
They're ruthless.
yeah, what I like to kind of do is like you think about, especially from a Liverpool perspective, if we were to play Team X in the round of 16 or first round of the knockout stage, how would we do? And I can see us beating or at least having a shot against most teams, but not PSG.
And that's wise, I would say. I'm just waiting for, as a guy just looking on, I'm just waiting for the whole Cavani, Neymar thing to blow up more than it has.
But they really don't like each other, do they?
It's kind of crazy.
Well, what was the thing, Dylan? Did you read about this? The penalty kick thing?
Oh yeah, 100%.
No, do you want to explain to me what the hell happened? Because I'm still not quite sure.
Oh, so there's a penalty, and they both wanted to take it, but Neymar said no, and then he missed the penalty. I'm pretty sure that's what happened, right?
He was a pissy man.
Yeah. Or was it Cavani took the penalty and then missed it?
Someone missed it, and
Probably
bottom line is,
probably won the game 5-0 anyway.
yeah, I mean, they're crushing everyone with that attacking power. And they got good midfielders too. But Cavani, he said midweek, we talked about this last podcast. He was like, we don't all need to be friends. And me and Dylan were like, all right, yeah, it's true, but I'm kind of waiting for that to boil up a little more than it has.
Yeah.
And do you think it will become something more than it is, Dylan?
No, I don't. I think I've read a little bit more about this. Sounds like than you guys, but the feeling I get from recent articles is that the media blew that up in the first place, and that as professionals, Neymar and Cavani are more interested in winning than having everything go to shit. I'm not saying they won't have the stray episode, but I don't think it will become a cloud that hangs over their campaign in any way.
Enough to distract from a Champions League win.
I do not think so.
There we go.
Wow, there you have it. I mean, the media does blow some stuff up, that's for sure.
True.
Especially in England. Which
Especially in England.
We gotta
Yeah,
point
England
that
is the
out.
worst.
Yeah.
Hey, it drove Suarez
hey.
out, right?
No, Suarez left of his own
Suarez,
desire.
silly man.
Yeah, he is kind of silly, that's for sure. So we're gonna look at the Premier League fixtures now, guys,
for this weekend.
for this weekend. If I can find them.
Some fun stuff right now.
Oh, here we go.
I think it's gonna be. I mean, it's always a fun week, isn't it? There's never. That's what I love about the Premier League. There is never a bad week.
You're damn right.
There's
You're damn
never
right.
a bad week.
I mean, there's been a few. I feel
Okay, but
this year.
you can always just say I'm excited to watch that game.
I always say that, but this year I think there's been a couple lousy weeks, but this still on its
Sounds like you're being too negative, dude. I always enjoy every Premier League fixture list that comes out.
Hey, especially this week.
Yeah, this week is it feels like Christmas came early. What is it, Boxing Day?
Yeah, what is it? Boxing Day, Tom?
That would be the 26th.
That's true.
That's the day
We're,
after
we're,
Christmas.
we're saying there's quality fixtures here,
Yeah,
which is usually
yeah.
a Boxing Day.
Well,
Can you take us through Boxing Day? What are you doing Boxing Day?
okay. So
Day
you-
after Christmas.
You have Christmas Day, right? Which is, to explain it to you Americans, that's December 25th,
Of course, naturally.
right? Naturally. No, on Boxing Day, it's
The 26th.
the 26th. It is derived from this old English tradition in which, and I'm seriously not talking out my ass right here. Supposedly, it's like this folklore shit, I guess. But basically, the peasants and the poorer people who used to, work for the lords of the land. It's like some feudal shit.
Yeah, feudalism.
The lords would box up some of the presents that they received and then give them to the lower people. Hence Boxing Day.
Wow. I thought you were going to go a total different direction.
No.
I thought, like, the
The
peasants were gonna, like, fight each other with boxing gloves.
There'd be fist fights. Fist fights while they're working. the
they
land.
wrap them up and... Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
No,
That just gives a whole
it's kind of
negative
a nice
look of Boxing Day that I didn't know about.
Yeah, well, I think it's kind of nice though. There's a bit of philanthropy there, a bit of charity.
Yeah, you're selling humans.
Yeah,
Well, gifting.
gifting.
That's true. Hey, big charitable week
Big charitable week.
coming up with these fixtures because Premier League gifted us some great games on Sunday.
It's gifted as a beautiful Sunday.
Whew.
A beautiful Sunday, and I would happily. Am I allowed to talk about what I want to see?
Of course.
Arsenal 7, Man City 0, and Chelsea 0, Man United 0 is the dream.
That is a great dream.
That is the dream, and I want it to be. I want
I love
Stamford
you.
Bridge to be asleep.
That's great.
I know. I mean, okay, the Man City Arsenal game. It's not going to be pretty. It's really not. It's going to be. It's definitely. It's for me. It's definitely a City win, but something that is realistic
Oh, yeah.
and I really want to see is just I want to because Jose's going to go to Stamford Bridge and park the bus, but I want it to be even more mind-numbingly boring than the Liverpool United game. I'm
Wow,
talking
is that possible?
maybe like 2 shots for each team.
I don't think Man United even get that many off.
Really?
I think they get maybe one shot that goes over the bar from Pogba. No, he's injured.
No, he's injured. So I mean, Lukaku
So-
definitely go over the bar based on
And then
current form.
Fellaini gets like a header late. So yeah, 2 shots.
2 shots.
Yeah.
2 shots, and then Jose Mourinho walks out with a smug smile on his face and says in a press conference, "This is what I meant to do the whole time."
Yep, the result we wanted and practice all week for it. Park
Exactly.
the bus.
Like
Lo-
6
love
at the back,
Mourinho style.
basically. 6-3-1.
Yeah, Darmian gets the start because he's awful.
I just
So we got 0-0 Chelsea Man United. Dylan, your thoughts on that result?
Yeah, I think it'll be a draw, and for all the same reasons you guys were saying.
And the Arsenal City game?
I think Arsenal win.
Ooh.
what?
Now you're gonna have to
You just-
explain
no,
myself
yeah,
because I'm
you-
picking City too as an Arsenal fan. I just think they have too much attacking power and pace on the wings for Monreal and company. And
It's not even about that. It's about the fact that Man City are too good all round.
they are. And Arsenal's not gonna be able to sit back all game. I don't think if they high press.
Well, isn't
Yeah, if that's true, which I didn't hear about, that really bums me
he?
out.
He picked up a
I
knock.
love Siad. He scored another scorcher
Yeah.
over the weekend. Because no one was putting it away, and he's like, hey, I'll do it,
He
guys.
said, "Screw this."
And then Ramsey, I'll give you your 50th goal. Rambo, great guy. But, hey, I think it goes 1-3 Arsenal losing the City.
Go on, Dylan,
What's your
please,
score?
please explain to me your Arsenal win theory here.
I just think I have a feel. I just have a feeling. I think they had a good week in training. I think the boys are playing hard. I think the coach has them feeling good.
You think Welbs has a nice little clumsy assist?
I think he scores.
Unreal vision, that
Ooh.
man.
Unreal.
He's in 3017.
Great YouTube video, guys. Looking up.
Fantastic. Just
If-
search
if
Danny
Welbeck-
Welbeck Unreal Vision and assists. It's
Hey, you can't miss it. But
yeah.
if Welbeck does score, Dylan, it's gonna come off like a corner kick.
No, he's just gonna bundle it over the line from
Yeah.
some bullshit that the ball was even there in
Gonna
the
hit
first
his thigh
place.
And then his ankle, and then his like nose or something.
And then his
It sounded
hand.
like he just banged in a worldie from 30 yards out. Because that's what you do if you're Danny Welbeck.
If you're Danny Welbeck, man,
What is Danny Welbeck?
that should be a movie. If you're Danny Welbeck.
If you're Danny Welbeck.
But hey, we gotta move on to some other fixtures. Everton, Watford, guys. Both teams in different ends of the spectrum, pretty much.
Yeah, it's really weird. I mean, Everton spent, what was it, £140 million or $140 million?
I think it's pounds.
That's a load of money.
Watford didn't do that.
No, Watford did not do that. Everton spent a lot of money, and they're either hovering above or they're actually in the relegation zone right now.
Right. So I think this is a huge game for Everton. Needless to say, I think if they win this, they can start turning their season around. Watford's done really well this year, so it'll be a big psychological win.
Goodison?
At Goodison, I think it is at Goodison.
But sorry, my question is, do you think that matters?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think it matters. I think because Watford is a tough team to play against, and I think picking up 3 points against them is just like you got your boys on your side, and David Ainsworth, I think his name is that the interim manager? Right. I think he'll really get a lot of squad buy-in if he navigates this game successfully.
Yeah, true. And I think maybe
I think he already has the squad's buy-in. Wait, is that from Everton or?
that's from Everton.
Yeah. No, I agree. But I thought you were talking about Watford for a second.
Oh, Watford are
Watford's
playing
already buying in,
they're,
yeah.
they're playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Yeah.
I think for a team though such as Watford, you see a loss or two, and then it's very easy to see it kind of go downhill.
Does that start this week though?
I don't think it starts this week. I think
But they lost last week to Stoke.
It's true. Are they one or two results? Could this be the second? We're persuading you here.
You're kind of persuading me here.
I think
I don't
Everton. I don't think
Think,
it's.
I don't think
time
Everton.
for them yet.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't think it's going to be straightforward. I just think they're going to win.
You think Watford will win or Everton will win? Sorry.
I think Everton will win. I don't think it'll be straightforward, but I think they'll win.
I think it's gonna be a Gylfi Sigurdsson free kick goal, early
No.
From 45 yards out.
curler top corner, and then Watford score 2 late goals to win it. Collapse
That would be a
Everton just
very-
like their season.
I was gonna say, is that a bit of a PTSD from the Arsenal game for you there?
Yeah, a little bit. Cleverly probably scores again. No one marking him in the box.
I'm knocking him in the box.
But your scoreline prediction?
2-1 Watford.
Hey, we matched on that one.
2-1 Watford.
Guys, the early game on Sunday is Spurs Crystal Palace. Dylan, your thoughts on that one?
No,
Spurs.
He loses his mind over Spurs again.
Yeah, guys, I'm really excited for Crystal Palace being in last place. I'm sick of them being in the Premier League.
Yeah, they either need to do well or just get the hell out.
Just
So
get the hell out of this league already.
They are rubbish.
this happens every year with the relegation teams, where I'm just like, leave. Just
Now, I want to talk about.
just-
We'll get this later, but yeah, it's funny you bring that up. Spurs, I think, win 4-0.
Oh, Spurs dispatched them easily at Wembley, no problem.
Stoke Leicester. I'll go first, guys. Stoke, I think they win 1-0.
At the Bet 365, no problem.
I agree.
On a cold
Yeah.
Saturday-
Can he do it on a cold, rainy night in Stoke? Probably not.
A cold Saturday lunchtime? I don't know. I think maybe the dynamic
Choupo-Moting.
changes. The dynamic changes. No, but still, I mean, it's always a hostile place to play. Even though
is.
Leicester are getting a bit of a boost.
They've been playing well.
Stoke defends the home court, if you will.
Yeah, and I think it'd be a very good result if they get out of there with a clean sheet.
I think if Yeah, and I think also, but conversely, if Leicester get out there with a point, then they're happy.
Oh, they're ecstatic in my opinion.
Yeah.
Dylan, what do you think about that game?
Yeah, I think it's straightforward. I think Stoke wins.
Ooh, all in
Wow.
agreement. We're probably all going to be wrong about that. Then.
Yeah.
Huddersfield, West Brom.
Yeah, I don't really.
Trying to find a reason to care.
Yeah.
Now, this is what I wanna-
Well, I could give you a reason though. David Wagner's best friends with Klopp, so I'm rooting for him.
I don't know who David Wagner is.
He's the Huddersfield boss.
Yeah, I don't know much about Huddersfield or Brighton guys, but they're doing well. They're mid-table right now.
They are. I mean, that.
This
I
has
think-
surprised me. I thought they were gonna not be
Well,
too well.
you usually
good.
get one of those teams each year, don't you? You know, one of the newly promoted teams. comes in
Newcastle's
and-
doing well too.
So I mean, they are trending in the right direction, but honestly, for me, Huddersfield and West Brom are still going to be. I don't know if they're getting relegated, but they're going to hover above the relegation zone come
Yeah,
April, May. So
West
I
Brom I,
guess-
don't
I
think
guess
too
it's-
much.
either way, this is a big game for both of these teams, though, because these
Yeah.
are the teams against the people that you're going to be trying to beat out on points at the end of the season.
That's very true.
So, one thing I can say is that as a Liverpool fan, I don't care, but if you put yourself into the mind of a Huddersfield fan, you want to win that game, especially at home.
And do you think they do?
Why not?
I think it's a game that says scoreless draw all over it. So I'm gonna go 0-0. What about you, Dylan?
Yeah, I think Huddersfield wins. I think their high press and their energy will will grab them a goal against an annoyingly pragmatic West Brom side.
Annoyingly
Yeah.
pragmatic.
You know what's funny though, real quick about Huddersfield though, is that Klopp. It's kind of like Klopp's best mate just looked at Klopp and said, "I want to be him." In terms of how he manages,
Yeah.
without the personnel, because Huddersfield they try and knock it around a bit. I mean, obviously it was a different setup when they played Liverpool last week, but when they have the ball, they try and play and they do try and win it back. So they're vaguely entertaining.
No, I think they're really entertaining, especially for a promoted side. I think they're a team that has a lot of fan buy-in. And then also just at the back end of them, they have all the players can't live past 15 miles from the stadium, which I think is a really cool rule. It just seems like they're building something cool over there. So definitely interested to see where they go.
Well, it's definitely a question of, okay, well, we're here, let's try and stay up rather than something else. You know what I mean? They're looking long term. They're looking trying to stay
Yeah,
up
which is
as
cool.
well.
Very interesting. You know who else is looking to stay in the Premier League? Both these sides, Newcastle and Bournemouth. Another kind of lousy game.
Another
but
kind of lousy game, but
I think Bournemouth's going to start turning around. They're in 19th currently.
well, I mean, there was this kind of sentiment that Bournemouth played some nice football and that they were maybe going to push for top half. To be honest,
That was my
Um,
sentiment. That was
really?
both of our sentiment
Really?
before the season. We
Because
had them
I
as
was-
dark horses.
I was reading a bit. There were whispers. You know what I mean? Everyone said, don't sleep on Bournemouth too much because they could be a good team. But
Seems like they slept on Bournemouth.
Bournemouth slept on Bournemouth,
Yeah,
and
but will Newcastle?
Newcastle won.
Ooh,
I think
I think I have Bournemouth. What
You
about
do?
you, Dylan?
Newcastle.
Two Newcastle, one Bournemouth.
okay.
Interesting. Southampton, Burnley.
I believe you mean Liverpool's academy, Burnley.
That's
Easy joke. I love Tom Heaton. Can I just say I'm in love with the Burnley
He's great.
goalkeeper. He is.
Burnley's great. They're doing well. I want to see them
They're
succeed.
kind
They're
of
playing out
they're
of the
kind of
West.
like the cute little kid that you just like at first it's like you're doing great, buddy, but then he actually turns out to be pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're growing up. You know?
They're growing up, and it's
They're
kind of
growing
nice
up
to
very
just
fast.
sit here and watch it happen.
Yeah, we're just here along for the
We're
ride.
just here along for the ride, and we're actually playing quite well as well, which is kind of nice. I think a nice away win for Burnley. Though.
Yeah, I'm completely agreeing with you. Dylan, 2 Burnley wins over here.
Yeah, I think Burnley bags the dub.
There we go, baby.
There we
Brighton,
go.
Swansea.
Tom
Can we
Heaton-
agree again?
Tom Heaton clean sheet on the road for me.
Love it. What about Brighton, Swansea? I'm gonna go Brighton because
We're gonna go Brighton.
two Brighton.
No reason to care, but Swansea just to disagree with you.
Stop the agreement. And now game the Carabao, West Ham, Liverpool. Let's get some
Oh.
analysis finally.
Okay, Dylan, you want to speak first, or am I speaking first?
I'll go. I think this is a tricky fixture actually. But I don't know. I think Klopp's has the boys ready, and I think Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is gonna step up. This is his game where he'll start this weekend and he'll play well.
I find it tough to disagree with you there. I think
Where are you gonna play him? In the midfield?
Center midfield.
yeah, centre mid because Wijnaldum's picked up a knot. I mean,
And Lallana's out until after the international break. He'll come back after that,
a
right?
couple more weeks, right? Yeah.
He's always injured.
That is just not true.
He's injured a lot.
He's injured
I don't-
a lot.
I don't think so. I just think
Like really like scintillating for him. And he's like, you know what? I've done really well, but I'm gonna
Kevin, if you had a midfielder like him, you would be happy, but you don't. So instead, you're jealous and you're angry about it.
Dylan, don't get me wrong, mate. I am in love with Adam Lallana. I am absolutely in love with that man. He is a beautiful human who plays beautiful football, but he just can't stay fit.
I don't know. I don't agree with that. I think he has his injuries are longer than than would be preferable, but I don't think he's injured that frequently. I think it's just the duration of his injuries.
Yeah.
I think he's really kind of not respected enough, Adam Lallana.
I agree with you. Also, I mean, if we're just gonna go a bit immature, fantastic on FIFA. You know?
Oh, he's great.
I mean, 5-star weak foot just.
Yes.
That's the big reason Dylan loves him.
Yeah, his 5-star weak foot. That's
5-star weak foot feature.
Really?
Yeah. Let me tell you.
No, but seriously though, Liverpool game. I like the Ox to play a bit, and then from what I read this morning, Dylan, I don't know if you caught onto this, but Sadio Mane back in training. Did you see the beautiful little back heel?
I did not. No, I missed it.
Liverpool,
Describe it in depth for us.
so
Take us
Liverpool-
through the play.
Liverpool tweeted out a video this morning.
What kind of training
At
exercise
Mel.
was it?
So we got. I think it was a quick 6-a-side game. They don't play 5-a-side. They play 6-a-side, which makes no sense. But 6-a-side, and then we had a couple of clips. We had Danny Sturridge on the wing, actually, on the right wing, with Nate Klein right on his back, and he flicked it using his left foot onto his right, and just does Klein for pace and slots it into the corner. And then there was another one of Mane picks up a little through ball from Jordan Henderson, I believe, takes it round a player, realizes he's got a crappy angle to try and get his foot around it, so he back heels it.
Wow.
So he's like taking it around the play and he's got a rubbish angle, so he back heels it past Mignolet.
Now, Dylan, I don't admit this too often, but I was totally wrong about Sadio Mane.
I was wrong about Sadio Mane.
Ooh, that makes me happy. That makes me happy.
I was wrong about Sadio Mane. I was a
I thought
Sadio
they-
Mane skeptic.
So was I.
I was a Salah.
Dylan was all in from the beginning.
I was a Salah skeptic, but these pacey wingers, it's
Tough to beat, you know. I think West Ham escaped with the 3 points.
no way.
I think Chicharito bags the brace,
Chicharito.
and Simon Mignolet looks a fool.
I think we're going to concede, but I think
Yeah, that's
3-1. 3-1 Liverpool. We're playing well. We're looking better.
Yeah, but Arsenal, they're in 5th. Liverpool's in 6th.
Yeah, and Arsenal are going to lose. Liverpool are going to win. So enjoy
Uh,
your 6th place.
not- If Dylan is right
Yeah, come
about
on,
Manchester
Dylan.
City.
Dylan, are
Manchester
you
City.
alive?
Yeah. What?
Yeah, can I just say real quick? You know, this is, as a Liverpool fan, this is a key week for you to hope for an Arsenal loss.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, but I just don't think it's gonna happen.
Standing by it. I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay.
All right. You guys want to talk about FIFA? Or are we going to talk about that next show? 'Cause I think
Yeah, let's do next show because we ran kind of long.
we ran pretty long. Got some good talk though.
Got some good banter.
Got some good
Hope
bits.
you listeners enjoyed it. So thanks for tuning in to the Soccer Scoop podcast. For Tom Hindle, thanks
Hello.
for coming on.
Oh, always a pleasure.
Lovely having you on. You awesome person, you.
It's
And
great to be here.
Dylan Gertzley.
Great being here. Appreciate being on.
Yeah.
Cheers, Dylan.
Glad you were on. And for all of us at What the Sports, thanks for listening to the Soccer Scoop podcast. Follow What the Sports at WTSports.net, at Real WT Sports on Twitter, What the Sports on Facebook. Like us and follow us on there. Follow and give a subscription, 5-star rating to the Impractical Sports Podcast on iTunes. Keep listening to us right on SoundCloud and WT Sports _ on Instagram. New feature. Dylan, no, you're gonna follow it, right?
I deleted my Instagram.
And that's a yes. So thank you very much for listening, everyone, and see you next week, maybe.
So I watched that clip, Tom, on the LFC Twitter.
Isn't it beautiful?
Dude, it was crazy. So Mane's back. So what is he looking at? A couple more weeks?
He's back.
We're maybe getting 20 minutes out of Sadio this week.
Hey guys, I just forgot to do the intro, so I'm just gonna do that real quick before I stop the
I've
broadcast.
actually
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks so much for
Yeah.
coming on.
No problem.
Yeah. See you later, Tom.
See you guys.
Yeah, I actually got to head out too, Kev.
Just don't, or does the leave when you leave call, does that end the broadcast?
I don't know. I'm gonna take off my headphones and unplug my mic, and then you can handle ending the call.
Well, I don't know if that's gonna like ruin anything. Can I just do the intro real quick?
Yeah. I'm saying I'm not leaving. I'm just not gonna be
Alright.
sitting at my computer.
All right, cool. So
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. All right. Good pod, bro.
All right, see ya.
All right. See you.
And what the sports was that all about? Well, looks like you're gonna have to tune into the rest of the podcast to find out. I'm your host, Kevin Brown, and alongside me is a fan of a team that is in a place lower than Arsenal. That's Liverpool. Dylan Gertzley and Tom Hindle also joins the show, as well as another Tom. You'll have to find out who later on the podcast, and a lot to talk about. So let's get right into it.